Y'all doing, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back at y'all with another one. I told y'all I'm gonna be bringing y'all some hot topics and talking about some situations that I've been going through about this credit and some of the stories I'm gonna be sharing y'all about my experience. Right? I had a client call me up and he has some issues on his credit report. Businessman, he owned a lot of investment properties, owned about 20, and he's trying to take his business to a next level. And he got into a standstill and seen one of my signs I post around town and gave me a call. He dialed that number 904 227 3229. Picked up the phone. He explained the situation. He came down to my office and I took a look at his credit report. Retired officer, retired school safety, great dad, great father, great husband. He's the epitome of what we want to do when it comes to business. He started from scratch. He started with a truck. He started by believing in himself and understanding what he wanted to do and move forward to a future for him and his family and build real estate. So I looked on his credit report and see some issues that he had. So I said some things you want to do and gave him the proper knowledge, and we had a great conversation. He understood what we both went, where I wanted to take him and where he wanted to go. Let's just say that. So we proceeded, and I told him I will take care of everything on his credit report. He has some things on his credit report that it was a minor issues, but it just needed him to be sharpened about knowledge. But sometimes, like I said, sometimes you can take yourself so far to where you need to pass the knowledge off to see if somebody have a different understanding to open up doors for you, right? So I told him I'll take care of it. The next day, I calls EXPERIAN. I gave him a call about 9:15, 9:20. They said they was closed because they opened Central Standard Time at 10 o'clock. So I says, all right, I'm going to hang up. I proceeded to do some things on his credit report. I gave him a call and told him, reassured him that I'm working on his credit report and these are the things that I'm going to be doing and give him a more understanding because at the end of the day, we have a new relationship. So I have to be very transparent with my clients to make sure I show them everything that I'm about to do for them and keep them abreast, sure to say, and at the same time teach them how it's done and let them come in my world and understand how it's done and understand things is not immoral, right? I calls EXPERIAN, pick up the phone, they sends me to a voiceover. Hey, press 1 for HR, press 2 for this. I press 2, right? Because EXPERIAN don't want me to get through. They sent me to the HR department. I lied to the HR department and said, excuse me, I was on the phone with the fraud department. They transferred me over. They put me in a queue, put me back in the system to give me another option to press something. I said, that's not right. I hung up. I called back. Press 2 again. Somebody picked up. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I was on the phone with the fraud department. I was on a 20-minute conversation. I got disconnected. Can you transfer me back? He says, okay, no problem. You got the wrong department. I know. I have to lie. Immoral, but what's right. But I'm going to teach you about, we're going to come back to the immoral part in a second. Right? They put me back in the queue. I said, well, they don't want me getting through. They trying to deter me like the regular citizen like you guys. I called back for a third time. Hey, guy, I was just on the phone with the fraud department. I'm at work. I don't have much time on the phone, and I need to speak to the fraud department. I was just on the phone with them. My call just got dropped. He says, no problem. Transfer me back. This time, I'm in the queue to be on hold. So now I'm sitting there on hold, time going by. I'm getting very frustrated because my phone says I'm on hold for about 47 minutes, right? So then I'm still on hold, but they don't know I'm multitasking. I'm in my office. I'm on the computer, right? Right, guys? I'm on the computer, so I got nothing but time. I'm in my office, I'm in my comfortable space, and I'm working on something for my client because he really diligently needs this to be done. We diligently damn near just got 30 days, to be honest with you guys, right? 62 minutes go by on my phone. I'm still on hold. But my phone is on the charger, so I'm good. Finally, the fraud department comes on. Yes, that's what I got. I actually got through to the fraud department, but they would have never transferred me there if I didn't lie or immoral or whatever. I speak to the EXPERIAN guy. He comes on, and I spoke to him, and I disputed items right then and there. The inquiries, the item my client went off his credit report. Not only did I do that, right? I had some questions to ask him. Why is this number that I got is not given to the regular consumers on your website? He said, that's something we have to check. I said, could you put that in the suggestion box for all the consumers to understand how to get through? And some of these credit repair companies could actually make one phone call and get things off your credit report in 24 hours. So my client, I tell a guy, excuse me, could you hold on? My wife is on the other line, being immoral again, because I know he's going to hang up. I calls my client on three-way to tell him to be quiet. My client gets on the phone and he hears the EXPERIAN guy tells him, your inquiries will be removed within 24 hours. 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen, he got inquiries moved in 24 hours. Because at the end of the day, instead of sending a letter, that takes time. He has to do something right then and there because he's responsible to know already, just like collections call you. And they say, you know, you mail a letter to EXPERIAN, they got to take 30 days to get this off your credit report because once they get notified, they got to notify the other people. But I caught right away, he told my client, and the other item may take up to 30 days. But the item may not take up to 30 days because now EXPERIAN is responsible because they know right now they was called. They didn't want me to get through. They wanted me to send a letter for the inquiries, dispute them, right? And guess what? That would have took time. My client didn't have time. My client literally got 30 days. But I got the inquiries moved in 24 hours. I bet you that was yesterday. When I leave this video, I'm gonna go look at his credit report, and it's gonna be a part 2 of this video. That the inquiries was moved in 24 hours. You can ask him. I called my client literally on three-way just to let him hear and be transparent with what he hired me to do. And let him understand that he can do it too. So it's crazy that I had to use those tactics. But those are not immoral tactics because I was taught to do that. I was taught how to talk to EXPERIAN in that matter. I was in a webinar with business people that get you business credit and run your credit. And they sent us in a webinar how to remove the inquiries so fast to not affect you to where they could keep running your credit constantly because you're not responsible for those inquiries once they put them on there because they shotgunning your credit. So was immoral? No. I did what I was taught to do by my predecessors, by my business people, that what I see by sitting down with these business people and learning how they do business credit, how they do personal credit, how they take your credit report and turn it into something. I also show my client how they do soft inquiries. But I understood the time that my client had to do what he wanted to do. He said, Mr. McNeil, I only have 30 days. We got to get on this. So the very next day I called him and got on it. The very next day, I put him on the phone when they said the inquiry is going to be removed in 24 hours. And one of the items he said he wanted to be removed, he heard them say what I did. So everything we discussed in my office, I told him. And not only that, I was transparent. I was transparent, ladies and gentlemen, with the customer And not only that, I taught him something. A valuable lesson is knowledge. It's not, I didn't hide on how I did it. I was transparent, ladies and gentlemen. I was transparent because I did something that I was taught to do. I didn't go think that I could do this. I didn't come up with a lie to say, let me lie to Experian. I seen Bank of America do it. I seen Chase do it. I seen brokers do it. Brokers is your number one partners that do it. They run your credit and they have a mechanism to be able to remove the query so they could run it. If they get denied, they could just say, hey, call this number. This is what you say. They give it to you. I got some of the webinars that tells you that, and I can share it with you guys and show you some of the biggest financial gurus I sat with and spoke with and been in webinars with that shared this type of information with me, and I want to share it with you. I told y'all I had some hot topics. Talk to me now. Talk to Mr. McNeil now. Talk to Mr. 444 now. You know, make sure my mic is on so y'all can hear me back there. I told y'all I got some good topics. That's my phone call with Experian. That's my experience. So, ladies and gentlemen, make sure when y'all want to get this stuff off your credit report, be diligent. Go do it. Don't let them force you off that phone. If they got a hold, tell them certain things that you have to do. But you don't know, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I said you want to speak to somebody that has the knowledge to share with you. So you could be able to move forward and understand that you could go get your own inquiries and inquire about your credit and be your own broker and go sit down with these companies and run your credit. If not, you do what I told you. The brokers do it. It's not immoral. I got a seminar I can show y'all from some of the top financial gurus that I sat down with, or I was either in a webinar with, or I spoke to people out in Arizona, California. I did loans with people in New York, Freedom Mortgage, Academy Mortgage, Florida Homes, Caliber Homes. You name it, I did a deal with them. You name it, I did a deal with them. I promise you that. I put more peoples in the house than HUD. Ask about me. Yeah, ask about Mr. 444. I put more peoples in the house than HUD. So most of these companies I sat down with these underwriters to understand what I could do to have a trick up my sleeve. It's not immoral. They got cars you can't see all the time. I learned the situation, and I'm here to teach it to you guys. And thanks for listening to me once again. Shout out to y'all and everybody. Like I told you, I will be bringing y'all some hot topics. Thank you for chilling with me this morning. I appreciate you guys. Make sure y'all hit the subscribe button and share this video. Share this video because people want to know. People want to know. So that's my conversation with Experian. And I was able to complete the task that my client wanted to do because he's on a 30-day time frame. And I was able to basically, what I'm trying to do is get him to 700 from 621 in 30 days. I will let y'all know if I complete that task. I'm confident I will, but we shall see. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Mr. 444 show, and y'all have a great day.